What is up, guys? Maccabee Speed coming at you. Great episode today as far as how you can battle the tariffs that we're currently dealing with in this country and get yourself the absolute cheapest tactical Zeus popular. Now, as you guys can probably tell in my hands, this is not a tactical Zeus, but it might be something that a lot of you guys already have at the house in your collection at this point. The Generation 1 Zeus, which is the one that's currently in my hand here, is courtesy of Terry Fox all those years ago. Still holding pressure, still doing its job, still doing the dirt as a 72 caliber smoothbore shotgun, courtesy of Jim and Tech Summon with the barrel and the choke. This is a great setup. As you guys can pretty much tell already, it's got big problems being able to hold together longevity wise on this stock. Current prices right now are on the internet, depending on what vendor you go with, depending on what caliber you go with, right around the $1,300 to $1,400 delivered to your doorstep, shipped it through the mail style price. A lot of people might not know, but these actually do ship directly to your door with zero background check whatsoever if you live in a state that allows you to possess air rifles. Also, it's a felon-friendly thing. A lot of people out there who have checkered past but are living the absolutely law-abiding felon life typically are able to own this. Do check your local states. Now that we've gone through the shortcoming of the price point as far as the new tactical Zeus is concerned, I want to go ahead and bring you guys up on a 100% American-made, American-manufactured domestic option that might save you a handful of $100 bills if you happen to have an older Zeus. I've got both the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. I use the Gen 1 as my shotgun because the Gen 1 trigger is really terrible and the Gen 2 trigger is like worlds above it, so I use that one as the rifle with the rifled bore for more precision. But both of them are going to be getting these absolutely gorgeous billet aluminum stocks that I picked up from Texoma Precision Pellets. I paid, I think, $450 a piece for these stocks. I got two complete sets. I did pay for them. This is not a donated item. I 100% invested the money to get this right for you guys, and I hope you appreciate it. Anytime I work on these things, I always take the time to go ahead and degas it. So I just take these nice soft touch pliers here and just real easy. Loosen the gauge just a little bit, you know, you don't need to give it much. It's still got the threads to engage to keep it where it needs to be, but this is going to completely degas the rifle. Now what we're going to want to watch out for is when it really gets to a low air pressure, I'm going to have to go ahead and try and keep the hammer off of the pin itself, or it will actually dump the small remainder of pressure that we have left. Let's see what happens. Hear it? That's transfer port. Told you. Alright, so after this, we've proven that I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and that we should always degas our rifles and do so carefully when it's the AEA ZEUS. Go ahead and unscrew the choke here now that we're verified pressure free. Remove the rail. Grab a 6mm Allen key and just remove the entire action from the stock. Wheeler T-handles I got in the last episode still working good for me. This thing bedded down to the point where I can't remove it on film. Why? Do I have a secondary screw somewhere? No, I think I only have the one screw. It's coming up. There it is there. Alright. Lot of JB Weld in there. I was very much praying for the best on this, but I've also got it pinned with a stainless steel bar, so I wasn't really too worried about it coming apart on me. But inside of that, it's definitely good that I have a completely new one. I'm going to actually go ahead and remove the trigger guard from this also, because we will need to use the trigger guard going forward on this replacement stock. Now, because I already owned this Zeus, this should give me all of the functionality of the AEA ZEUS Tactical for about $450. That's my goal, that's my guess. Nothing really left here that I need. Drop in the screw. Drop in the screw. Probably should have left the Allen key out. Good to go. I'm not going to over torque this. This is a good to go piece. Got my trigger guard installed. Got everything ready to rock and roll. The AR grip is already on there. Everything should be smooth on this. I'm happy with it so far. This has been a very easy install. Also, on the bottom, you're going to want to notice there's two holes, right? One for the Gen 1, which this is, and one for the Gen 2, which this is not. So you'll be able to use either one of those generations. And it seems like I can't use this. This is an interesting eventuality. Okay. Two things. First off, I'm skipping a step because I don't have my stock on yet. I don't have my stock adapter on yet. But also, it looks like I need to take this small block off. So let's get the small block off and see what we can do about pulling this spring cap off to replace it with the item that's actually going to go ahead and fix the stock on the back of this thing. That's the full tactical aspect, right? The adjustable stock. 6mm once again on this lower guy. Start to go ahead and remove this thing. This is a very old gun. I've had it for a couple of years. It's been shot a lot. So everything on it's kind of shaking itself to death as far as the fasteners are concerned, the parts are concerned. And this back cap is no different. I didn't need to use any tools, and I haven't taken this apart prior to the episode. It's just literally that wiggly because of all the use it's had. So the ZEUS is known for an aggressive shot cycle, and this is an evidence of that. And I think the best way to do this is just going to be to pull the gauge completely off, ram this thing into my thigh, completely degassed of course, and just try and engage that small rod and engage the threads on the back cap by twisting while pushing down. I think I got it, dog. I do. That's in there, like swimwear. Does it cock and cycle? Weird. So it didn't want to cock and cycle until I pushed the safety forward and hit the trigger a tiny little bit, which caused everything to kind of release and lock forward. There's obviously no pressure in this because I have no fucking gauge on the end of it, so it can't be holding pressure. Let's see what happens. Solid. Will it cock again? No leverage. Will cock again. Safety is on. Does the safety work? Does. Definitely does work. So we haven't altered the functionality of the gun. Still good to go. Okay. Now, obviously, you're not going to know if something like this works until you actually get it out to the range and test it, but I can't do that here because of the fact that this is a backyard environment. Go ahead and tap this pin over just a little bit more. It looks like it's wobbling out through the maintenance I see along the way while I'm here, right? And just go ahead and slap it together. I think that's the only piece of the puzzle we have left to do here. Oh, it's good. Shit actually lines right up. Pretty solid. Let's put the bolt in it. Now, this is the bolt that actually came out of the wood stock. And this is the secondary fastener and that aluminum step piece that kind of nudged it, or nestled it, excuse me, into the original stock from the factory. These two screws are the ones that came with the two kits that I purchased. So I'm just going to, oh, I almost lost them. Use the exact recommended length one as opposed to going with whatever the factory gave me. Whatever Jim gave me, that's obviously what's right. I do kind of wish I had a little bit more engagement though. It's only a few threads, like 3 or 4 threads. Let me see. The original wood screw can be inserted just so that I feel better about it. I'm not like second guessing the guy who made it, but if I can put a bigger bolt in it and it's not causing any issues, that's what I'm going to do every time. All right. Try the original bolt, and if this for any reason doesn't lock all the way down, then I'm going to put the original, the one that I got with the kit, back in it, obviously. But if this does work, which it seems to be working like gangbusters, it seems to be completely fine with no issues, then that's what I'm going to do. Have a good feel for this. You might not have the same feel for it, but it's about this much. I'm telling you, this is close to the torque spec. Is there another hole over here? Can there actually be a bolt put in this guy? Oh, hell yeah. There's another thread on the Gen 1 behind this second bolt, so it's not just Gen 1, Gen 2. There's a secondary bolt for stability, and I'm going to use it. This bolt is the one that was supplied, and it's perfectly flush with this one that I thought might be for a different generation. This one is the factory bolt that I stuffed a washer underneath because I'm used to having my wood stock crack on me there, and so I like to have the washer right to spread the load out a little bit. It's also almost perfectly flush and would be if I didn't have that washer in there. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Not only do I actually need this front bolt from the stock from the factory, but I'll also have to use the additional secondary bolt that I get from Jim. That's going to be something to keep in mind. This is cool. Without the ability to like leverage it into your shoulder without the stock on it yet, it's significantly more difficult. Does it still shoot? Does it go on safe? Is it cocked? I don't know, my safety doesn't seem to want to work. Let me put an Allen wrench through it and see if I can pull on it. In the old gun, I had a safety. In this one, now, my safety's not working. Feels really good. And this drops the eye relief to the point where it should be for the gun. This actually makes it extremely, extremely, extremely cool. I'm just like a little bit semi-concerned about that lack of a safety. I only trust the sear on this about as far as I can throw my house, so it's very much cock it, shoot it type of an action for me personally. I'm gonna go ahead and get in touch with Jim, like I said, and see what we can actually see about potentially getting the safety in order, because if we are able to do that, this is an excellent upgrade. Alright guys, so it didn't take long. I reached immediately out to Jim at Texoma based on the fact that he's the manufacturer of this kit, and he was instantly able to go ahead and point me in the right direction as far as where I should be looking to go ahead and rectify this problem. I mean, the whole point of this is to save money, right? And it has to work to be able to save me the money over the new ZEUS Tactical, and it looks like he's got the answer all sorted out for us. This is where I was encountering a problem. You see right here, you barely see it. It's like the height of a piece of printer paper. But for whatever reason, on this specific model of ZEUS, the one that I have, my safety lever sticks up above the smooth billet piece of aluminum or cast piece of aluminum there that makes up this receiver. So what I need to go ahead and do is give my stock a small amount of clearance by moving those washers that I had on the exterior of the stock to the interior of the stock to space it away from the safety lever. That's really going to give it the space required to give it that full range of motion that's going to go ahead and give us a valid working safety. I do want that. I do want that. Only reason my safety is working right now is because it's cocked, so let's fix that. Now basically what I got going on here is I got these two washers that are sitting directly over the threads, and that's going to space this out the amount of space necessary to give that safety lever the freedom of motion it needs to function. I wonder if that's Jim. Probably checking up on me, making sure I'm all right. That guy's a good guy, man. Does it work? Totally works. Oh, that's a hammer spring, buddy. That's a hammer spring. But inside of that, we also have restored the functionality to our trigger. I'm very happy with that, dude. Honestly, the whole reason that I purchased this setup with the caliber adapters, with the long barrels, 45, 50, 72 rifled, 16-inch rifled, 16-inch smoothbore, was to not have to buy a tactical Zeus. People are looking at me crazy in their TVs and phones right now, I'm sure of it, but the fact of the matter is, there's no difference in the valving between Gen 1 and Gen whatever we're on now. In my opinion, having tested both at the range with a chronograph, I would say on average a Zeus is going to make somewhere in between the range of 900 and 1550 foot-pounds of energy on average, depending on barrel length and ammunition selection, right? But there's no like generation out there right now currently that's got like a special valve or more horsepower or anything really that would differentiate the need to go ahead and get a brand new one. I'll leave you guys to make your own decision on this one, but for less than 500 bucks, I really feel like I came out ahead with this thing, and having been able to easily rectify the safety, I like the quality. It's gonna be a great place to go ahead and end this video, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You wanna see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like what you saw today, 100% giving you guys the do-it-yourself way, make sure you share it so that somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.